48,000. Today, it is 1.3 million.
What we've been calling on the government to do, which is to give councils longer-term budgets. They can then invest up front to save money later on.
But the Conservatives argue some local authorities are actually investing in new lights that are more efficient.
Councils are having to make difficult choices. I hope they consider road safety. I hope they consider the care of an individual. But I'm sure there will be times in a day and in certain locations where street lighting can be turned off.
As less money comes from the central government pot, council budgets get tighter, leaving residents to wonder how much longer they'll be left in the dark. Joe Black, BBC News.
Well, with us now is Matilda Wellbeloved, whose brother Archie was killed on a road where the lights had been switched off just days earlier. Good morning, Matilda.
Hello.
Tell us what happened to your brother.
He was walking along a road after a night out, and the streetlights were turned off 5 days before to save money, and a taxi was driving along the road and didn't see him, and he got hit by a car and he was killed.
This is in Warwickshire, where he was a student.
Warwickshire, yeah.
And it's a road that he'd walked on plenty of times before. If he'd known, do you think, that the lights weren't going to be on, would he have been on that road even?
Yeah, no, I don't think he would have. It's a road that's frequently used by loads of students because it links Leamington Spa to Warwick, so it's used quite a lot by students every day, really.
What do you think about the idea in general, then, of either dimming lights or turning street lights off? Do you think it just shouldn't happen at all, or the council should be more selective?
I understand that they're under pressure to make cuts, but I think that they should think about it more where they're actually going to make cuts.
And what about the coroner? Because the coroner talked about it, didn't he?
Yeah, the coroner said that the street lighting was one of the main factors, and the coroner basically said that if the lights were on, they think that he would still be here with us today.
In fact, the police had to wait for the lights to be turned on,
Yeah, they had
didn't
to wait quite a few hours for the lights to be turned back on, even just so that they could find his body.
And do a proper examination.
Yeah.
It must have been a devastating impact for your family.
Yeah, the reason that it's upsetting to us about how they're still carrying on and they still haven't switched them back on is because we know it's a frequently used road and we don't want any other families to have to go through what we've been through.
Were there any kind of warnings? There was no warnings or anything on the road at all, or are there even now?